President Trump saying that he made no commitments about Taiwan at his summit with President Xi Jinping in Beijing after China warned of possible clashes over the subject of the island. Taiwan says that it will deepen ties with the United States post-summit as President Trump weighs a tricky decision on weapons sales to the self-ruled island.
What did President Xi say to you about Taiwan? And are you still going to approve the arms sale?
On Taiwan, he does not want to see a fight for independence because that would be a very strong confrontation. And I heard him out.
Are you going to say two words?
No, I didn't make a comment on it.
President Xi said there was a risk of conflict with the U.S. over Taiwan.
No, I don't think so. I think we'll be fine.
What about the arms sales to Taiwan?
I'll make a determination over the next fairly short period.
With that, we bring in Gordon Chang, Gatestone Institute Senior Fellow and author of Plan Red, China's Project to Destroy America. He lived and worked in China and Hong Kong for almost 20 years. He's also featured in The Enemy's Arsenal, hosted by Maria Bartiromo, streaming now on Fox Nation. Gordon, always good to have you with us. Thank you for joining me today. What's your reaction to and how do you read President Trump's comments with regard to Taiwan there and also to the arms shipment?
Yeah, this is standard U.S. policy that the United States doesn't say what it's going to do with regard to an invasion of Taiwan. I do think the arms sales would be good right now because Xi Jinping has been bluffing, and now's the time where I think that we make those arms sales. That enhances deterrence, and it also helps our friends around the region have confidence in us. You know, Xi Jinping has decimated the Chinese military, so he can say whatever he wants about invading Taiwan or about conflicts, but he's in no position to do that.
So, you know, as I was saying earlier with the ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, it used to be that Taiwan was, sort of emotionally, historically tied to China in China's perspective, that they wanted it to be part of China once again. Now it really has become a national security, a global national security island as the largest creator of chips for AI, which is a huge battle here. And Congress seems to be a little more clear on their stance on Taiwan. Here's Speaker Johnson.
We've always been concerned, and we've made America's interest very clear, our position on Taiwan. They need to stay independent and secure there, and we have an interest in that, as does everybody around the world, because of chip manufacturing and other reasons there. I'm sure they discussed that, but I don't know the details of it because I haven't talked to the president yet.
Your thoughts on that aspect of it, Gordon?
Well, there's certainly one Taiwan company, TSMC, makes 92% of the world's most sophisticated semiconductors. But it's far more important than that, Martha, because Taiwan is in the center of our Western defense perimeter, and Taiwan prevents the Chinese Navy and Air Force surging into the Pacific. We don't want to confront them at Hawaii or California, so Taiwan's critical for that. And also, after the catastrophic withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021, Taiwan has become a key test of credibility of American resolve. So I think that it's important for us to defend Taiwan because of that. Mm-hmm. And by the way, Martha, no Chinese regime has ever held indisputable sovereignty to the island of Taiwan. So the history that we hear from the People's Republic, it's bad history.
Let me just play this reporter Emily Goodwin's soundbite because obviously this is a full screen quote. Obviously, everyone thought a lot about their phone, their security when they were in communist China, and she said this: American staff took everything Chinese officials handed out: credentials, burner phones from White House staff, pins for delegation collected before we got on Air Force One, threw them in a bin at the bottom of the stairs. Nothing from China was allowed on the plane, she says. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, certainly, because we know what China has done in the past with regard to electronics. They put bugging devices everywhere. Yeah. So this is just a necessary precaution. It's unfortunate that this had to occur, but the Chinese have weaponized everything at their disposal.
So we look forward in September to the visit from President Xi. Obviously, this is an extremely important relationship and has adversarial and cooperative complexities to it across the board. Gordon, always good to have you with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martha.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.